Good morning, all you beautiful people. What is going on? So, like I told you, the concept about fasting and feasting, what that is, actually boils down to setting up routines and breaking these routines again. So you can do that every day, or you can do that in seasons. Now, it is called the break fast because you break your fast because when you're sleeping you do not consume dense things. Well, you shouldn't. And so, let me show you what we have here. Now, I've made myself some nice liquids overnight with oats and some distilled waters also, and let me get that out here, man. Was getting kind of dense today. See, and this is the point. Well, you can set yourself some new routines and be awesome with that. Now, sometimes it's necessary to gain some weight so you don't manifest your reality too quick. Because, you know, if you're on the waters, if you're on distilled waters, on your own waters, well, you figure out everything comes into your life pretty quickly, so you should have more control over your thoughts. So then it's sometimes necessary to gain weight to create your world better or slower. So breaking routines and setting new routines. This is why I break my fast today with you guys. Cheers. That's pretty good, man. It's like oats. I made these for myself in the liquid format. Oats, distilled waters, raw cacao, and some agave syrup, I think it's called. Also coconut oil, which you shouldn't be consuming because that shit is fucking up the whole realm, because it gets shipped all over the place. Use oils which are local to yourself. Now, alright, the mass phase. The morning shake, setting up a new routine, and making myself a video with the magical intention of 33, which I was planning for the whole last year, and actually now it's here, the 33 vertebra, your spine. But that's a different story. Now, what do you really ingest when you use something is language. You use the which, your spells and speaks, your notes. Now also, being awesome is about being God, being good is about what you ingest, what are your ingredients. Now here are also some fruits in, which are good for your electrical system. And some cacao, and yeah, just basically high level shit. Well, the highest level shit would be literally no breakfast, just air. And maybe distilled waters or urine. That would be next level shit, but most people can't do that. They are bound to certain dense materials and routines, and that's totally okay. That's why I'm making these videos for you guys. Sometimes it's good to be big. Why? Because if you're big, people listen to yourself. Well, you don't have to listen to myself. You can do whatever the fuck you would like to do. Alright, now, yesterday, pretty interesting, very nice things come into my life. And very much things which actually they are perfectly integrated in my life. Now this has also something to do with the magic potential of yourself, attracting things, the law of attraction. Now, I was watching a video from Zen Atman. You should watch that too. It's very entertaining and there are deep, just simple basic truths in it. Now I would like to also remind you of them and also give you my point of view to it. The video is called Zen Atman How to One-on-One. That's a pretty good one. You can, yeah, it's about, I would tell you. It's about how to use a knife. And simple basic shit everybody's doing in their life. And how simple things can fuck up your whole system if you have no idea what you should actually be doing. Now, so go watch that video from like the start to around the number of minutes of 33. Yeah, so your whole fucking day is fucked up. Why is that? Because you don't have a clue how to use a knife. You use a knife by placing your finger on top of the blade. Now you switch and you cut your own finger. How do you use the knife? How do you place it if you're not using it? Do you put the blade to you? Or do you put it back? How conscious do you use something? I mean, actually, what you should be able to use is your body, your mind, yourself. Now you can use tools, but do not depend on them, right? It's a beautiful thing to use tools, to interact with the world and ingest sometimes good things, but see, if you have no clue about what you actually doing to yourself, you should stop doing that. Now walk yourself through it. Put off your fucking shoes. It's like Zen said this, and this is totally true for me. Let me get that straight. I'm really not a repeater. I figured this stuff out for myself, a lot of things, and here and there beautiful people walked in my life and remind myself of things that actually I would say I already knew, because if you go into past livings or past lives, you figure out that you do some things that actually you have been doing for a long time. Now these things are very natural, and these things occur in your life in certain conditions where you just find out that, well, this is so basic and so simple, but it works great, so let's do it again. Yeah, so it's the same with shoes. Just, if there would be a 10-to-1 rank, which is the most fucked up thing everybody's using, it's shoes. Now, we can talk about hours about this. Also go into Kelly Starrett. He's an professional physiotherapist. And well, I was doing physiotherapy for like 0 to 14 years. So I definitely know what I'm saying. And then I was doing from 14 to right now martial arts kickboxing with a lot of Kalarippayat too, which I just figured out. Kalaris are the oldest physiotherapists. Now this has also something to do with being mystical, being in the combat, but also heal other people. Now, but this is not the point over here. The point is shoes. Now you place your heel, your simple heel, this thing here, on earth, right? Your bare feet. Now you heal yourself. Why? Because you interact with this whole magnetic system. You interact with your surroundings. You feel the ground. You're able to set your spine in a correct position. Your pelvis is not shooting forward. Your knees aren't shooting forward. You're just You're very stable when you're walking. You have control over your body. Now you can let control go. But if you have no control over it, why? See, shoes are a fucked up thing. It's like, oh yeah, now I'm walking on air. Yeah, but you can if you know how it's done in your dreams, right? You should be walking in air. But if you walk in here, on this realm, you walk on earth, man. Place your fucking feet on the ground, your bare feet. Interact with the earth. So, yeah, disconnects you from the earth. Electromagnetism, it's squashing your toes together, and it fucks up your spine. Well, we don't live in old centuries anymore where we suppress other human beings and pull their toes together like this. Is that natural? No, of course not. It's not natural that your toes are able to spread. I was actually wearing a device to just spread my toes again, because years of wearing fucked up shoes is doing this to your toes. Now you can't feel the ground because some toes are not even able to touch the ground because they are so pulled together that you have no abilities, right? Now we can get into the sensomotorics of your foot, of your feet. We can talk about acupressure points and how your soul is interconnected with your whole body, with your whole organs, which are spitting out frequencies. Now you are not able to feel something on the ground. How would you be able to feel yourself by just sitting somewhere? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shoes are causing so much trouble to your whole system. Now your spine is tucking forward. You can't open up your lungs. You don't breathe, right? But let me continue. All right. I'm not, like Zen said. It seems like I'm pretty mad, but I'm not. If you know how all of this shit is working, you are just able to float better because you can put in your structures. You know what things are doing to yourself. Now you can correct yourself. You fuck up yourself, you should be able to hear yourself.
Yeah, but we have doctors and stuff, so they know what they can do with us.
Like, no, man, you're your own doctors. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also some honey in. Like, don't get the fucking vegan thing in here. It's like, honey is a good thing. The biggest mammals on earth, like the bears, they eat honey. Look how fucking huge they are. How much strength do they have? Well, maybe you can eat just grass, like a cow. Which would be water and light, by the way. Alright. So, disconnects you from the earth, fucks up your spine. Now, alright, let's go to cooking again and using the knife. Now, you cook with heavy, dense iron. You scrub this thing. You're poisoning someone. Why? Because you're scrubbing all these heavy metals from the pan inside your food. Well,
yeah, but on a microscopic level, that's not important to myself.
Really? Man, there's a reason why in ancient culture they were using like very, very royal materials. Silver, copper, gold. See, the thing is, yeah, just we don't want to go to the Iron Age. Well, if you want to, you can do that. But that's so heavy and dense. Well, you can just float if you would like to. It's pretty easy. Yeah. So you should be able, if you use a knife, to cut with your feet. Now, this gets me also into DK Yo. Look him up. This guy is... I've actually never seen somebody who's at his speed. Well, I was looking at Bruce Lee, old videos of Bruce Lee, but actually they are very similar. If I would assume that DK is even faster than him. Now, what does that have to do with using the knife and cooking? Well, you should be able to cut with your feet. This is also what Zen said. Now, if you use your feet, I was doing that one time in the kitchen where I told you to create your own vibes. You by just doing this with your heels, right? I could, yeah, let me show you right now, so you just know what I'm talking about. Now, this is my beautiful things over here, man. Yeah. Okay, and also make it nice with a candle. Make it nice for yourself. Alright then. Now, you just do this with your feet. Practical advices. Good morning, neighbors. Alright. Now, you just place your heel up. And then you put it into the ground. Other one up. Down. Up. Down. Now you can switch. You do 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then you can do like maybe 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright? And then you can continue to 4 or something else, but the goal will be to do from this slowly to this, alright? Now, this has nothing to do with like showing you some crazy things. It's just about creating your own potential, your own vibes, and waking up your neighbors. Alright then. But actually also helping you to inner and understand what is actually happening to yourself. What are you doing to yourself? Good. Now let's get into the next thing. If you use the spine, you pull things out of the refrigerator, which you should not, because there was long times where you just were storing things in cold conditions, or you were just maybe shoveling a hole and putting things into the earth, which where they're from actually, and just were storing things there, or you just were eating them fresh picked, fresh hunted, and then freshly made. These frequencies of the refrigerator, the sound it makes, that fucks up your whole system. The auric field of your food. Now, this is also what Kirillian photography is showing you. Well, certain things have to be cooked in order to be better digested. This is true. But you destroy the biophotons and the light codes which are inside the food. If you cook something, you can see that. Research it. Kirillian photography of foods. Yeah, then you put something in boxes, which everything, well, you should question everything which is produced and put into a box. This has nothing to do with do not depreciating presents. But if something comes in a box, that shit is probably made, it's not for you. It's also what Zen said in one of his videos. Is if it comes in a box, it's probably not for you. Go out, look with your senses, like I told you being just able to feel yourself by placing your heel on the ground, going bare feet, using eyes, ears, nose, mouth, skin in order to interact. Good. Put it in glasses instead, right? The whole thing I'm doing here or trying to do is give you just natural solution to things. To just help you guys to, walk with more ease. Use glasses, glass jars. Put things in there. The plastic bottle. Why would you do that? So, next thing would be sleeping. Now see, sleep is very fundamental to yourself. If you can't sleep right, you just have no energy for the next day. So, if you sleep on a mattress with, how are these things called? With springs, springs. If you sleep on a mattress with springs in it, this is not good for your pressure points onto your body. You should be just, if you want to pressure yourself, then just put pressure onto yourself with your own hands and feet and just flow better through everyday life. And even on the next level, on the auric level, you spend 1/3 of your day in your bed. So this should be a place where you can really reset and regain energy. If you do like a simple meditation, which would be Soham meditation, where you just focus on your breath, like breathing in, which would create the acoustics of So, and you breathe out, you create the acoustics of Ham, which really it's pretty easy to calm down yourself in seconds. Well, most people, of course, they don't do that, but if you sleep on the ground, you relax your whole nervous system, you relax your whole body, so